My child, listen carefully, for this moment is heavier than it appears, and yet it carries the light that has been waiting for you all along. Today, in front of everyone, your soulmate has spoken a truth that has startled your heart, that has made the air feel both sharp and tender around you. And I want you to hear me clearly. What you witnessed was not coincidence, nor was it impulsive. It was divine timing orchestrated to awaken your spirit and to reveal the depth of a connection that you have long felt but perhaps did not fully understand. Your eyes widened, your chest tightened, and for a brief moment you felt as if the world itself had paused. That pause was no accident. It was my way of allowing your soul to catch up with the reality that has been unfolding silently, patiently, even before either of you recognized it consciously. Your soulmate's words spoken with courage reverberated not only in the room around you, but also within the chambers of your heart. Every heartbeat, every breath, every flicker of emotion in that moment was my presence reminding you that love, true love, has a way of declaring itself when the heart is ready, not when the mind is prepared. I see the confusion that rose immediately. My child, you did not expect such vulnerability, such honesty to be laid bare in public. Part of you wanted to retreat, to hide behind your own thoughts and doubts, to question why this revelation had to come at this time and in this way. But do not mistake this initial shock for fear or rejection. It is simply the soul's response to the sudden unveiling of truth, a natural reaction when the heart encounters the undeniable presence of love that has always been there, quietly guiding, quietly waiting. Your soulmate has carried this feeling for longer than you know, my child. There were countless moments when their eyes lingered a little too long, when their silence spoke more than words could ever capture, when subtle gestures hinted at what they could not yet say aloud. They hesitated, not because their love was uncertain, but because vulnerability is a battlefield that not everyone is prepared to face. And yet today, in this moment, they overcame that hesitation. Today they allowed the courage within them to surface, and the world witnessed a heart unafraid, a truth no longer confined to whispered glances or fleeting touches. You may wonder why they chose this moment in front of everyone to speak what they felt. I tell you, my child, there is power in visibility. There is strength in public acknowledgement, for it signifies bravery, honesty, and a commitment that does not shy away from the light. Love that is meant to endure does not hide behind secrecy or hesitation. It rises, it proclaims. It stands firm even when the gaze of others falls upon it. And in this very act, your soulmate has revealed not just affection but an alignment with destiny, a recognition that the path you share is sacred and cannot remain unnoticed any longer. I understand the rush of emotions that flooded your heart. The disbelief, the joy, the vulnerability, and yes, even the fear. These are natural responses. My child, your heart has been waiting, sometimes in silent yearning, sometimes in uncertainty, for a confirmation of what your spirit already knew. Now that confirmation has arrived, wrapped not in subtlety but in bold, undeniable truth. And it is my presence guiding this revelation, my hands arranging the timing so that the lesson, the awakening, and the recognition would all converge at once. Feel for a moment the energy of this declaration. Let it settle in your chest, not as a question, but as a certainty. This is not merely a statement made in the air. It is a bridge connecting hearts that have long been attuned to one another, a signal that the universe has moved in quiet ways to bring you both here, to this precise point in time, to witness the courage of love expressed openly. Your soulmate has shown you not only their affection, but their willingness to stand exposed, to risk embarrassment and vulnerability, all for the sake of what is real and sacred between you. And now, my child, you must listen to me. Do not allow the initial shock to cloud the understanding that this moment is a beginning, not a conclusion. This is the threshold where your heart begins to recognize the depth of commitment, the sincerity of intention, and the power of vulnerability expressed without reservation. What was spoken aloud today carries weight, yes, but it also carries a blessing, a divine confirmation that what has been whispered in soul and felt in silence is now stepping into the light. I see your eyes searching theirs, your mind racing to piece together every past glance, every subtle gesture, every hidden sign. And I tell you, this revelation does not negate the past. It honors it. Every step, every hesitation, every quiet moment that you both have shared has led to this precise act of courage. And now the path is illuminated, not by the glare of expectation, but by the soft, steady glow of truth revealed at the right moment. Your heart may tremble, my child, and that is natural. Trembling is not weakness. It is the body and soul responding to the immensity of a love that refuses to be contained. Allow yourself to feel it fully without rushing, without judgment, without the pressure to respond immediately. This is the moment to absorb, to let the truth settle into your being, to allow every cell of your body and every whisper of your spirit to recognize that this declaration is sacred, guided, and entirely aligned with what you were always meant to receive. Remember, my beloved, that love revealed in courage teaches as much as love received in gentleness. Your soulmate's declaration is a lesson in bravery, in honesty, in facing one's own fears and stepping beyond them. And now you are being invited to meet this courage with your own openness, your own recognition, your own readiness to embrace what has always been destined for you. Do not doubt the timing, my child. Do not question the setting or the manner. All of it, the public gaze, the words spoken, the shock you felt, is part of a divine orchestration designed to awaken you fully, to show you that love does not wait for perfection, nor does it hide until fear subsides. Love, when true, rises boldly, and the courage of your soulmate today is a reflection of the truth you have always carried in your own heart. So breathe, my child. Let this moment sink deeply. Let the awe, the wonder, the shock, and the undeniable joy settle gently in your spirit. This is your awakening, your recognition, your call to trust not only in the love that has been declared, but in the divine timing that has brought you here together in front of everyone to witness a truth that could no longer remain silent. Today marks the beginning of understanding, the beginning of courage met with courage, the beginning of love expressed without hesitation. And I am with you, my child, guiding every heartbeat, every thought, every breath, so that this declaration does not overwhelm but awakens, so that this revelation does not confuse but clarifies, so that your heart, now fully alert to what has been spoken, can step forward with faith, with grace, and with the knowledge that this love is sacred, destined, and eternal. This is the power of truth spoken openly. This is the awakening of hearts in alignment. And this, my child, is only the beginning. Come closer and listen with your heart. For what I am about to reveal will help you understand the depth of what has already been spoken and felt. You are still trembling from the moment your soulmate declared their love, and that trembling is not weakness. It is your soul awakening to a truth you have long carried within you, a truth now mirrored back in courage, honesty, and vulnerability. Your heart is racing, my child, as it tries to process what was said in front of everyone. You may feel disbelief, astonishment, and even a hint of fear because love revealed so boldly can be overwhelming. Yet, I want you to understand something very important. This public declaration is not meant to intimidate you, nor is it meant to confuse you. It is meant to align you with a higher understanding of love, a love that is brave, that chooses honesty over comfort, that reveals itself without hesitation when the moment is sacred. Your soulmate did not act on impulse. My child, every word they spoke, every gesture they made was guided by something far greater than fear or desire. They were guided by the whisper of my presence, the quiet urging of destiny, and the alignment of your souls that has been unfolding long before this moment. And I tell you now, the courage they displayed today is a reflection of the depth of their commitment, of their willingness to risk vulnerability for the sake of truth. You may find yourself replaying the moment over and over in your mind, noticing the way their eyes met yours, the slight tremor in their voice, the intensity of their gaze that seemed to pierce through every wall you have built around your heart. This is the moment where your soul begins to recognize not just their love, but the courage behind it. You see, my child, love without courage is incomplete. Love that is not willing to expose itself, to stand visible in the world, cannot reach the depth that your spirit craves. And now, my child, let me guide you to see what may not yet be clear. Your soulmate's declaration was also an act of surrender. They surrendered their fear of judgment, their fear of rejection, and even their own insecurities. They chose truth over comfort, love over hesitation. This is a reflection of the divine love that flows through all souls when they are ready to meet one another fully, without reservation. I know your heart may have questions. Why now? Why in front of everyone? Why such boldness when it feels so sudden? These questions are natural, my child. But hear me. The timing was not accidental. The presence of others is a witness, a reflection of the courage that can no longer remain hidden. Sometimes love must be witnessed to be fully understood, not just by the receiver, but by the world as a confirmation of its existence and sincerity. This is why the moment was public, so that your soul could recognize it fully, so that the truth could resonate within you without doubt. There is also another layer to understand. My child, your soulmate's love has been building quietly, patiently over time. There were gestures unnoticed, conversations that carried hidden meaning, moments of connection that passed in silence but spoke volumes. Today, all of that culminated in a declaration that is not merely words. It is the embodiment of countless feelings, countless choices, countless moments of courage that have led to this point. And I want you to honor that journey, both theirs and your own, because it is sacred. You may also feel a mixture of joy and anxiety, excitement and fear. These dualities are part of the process, my child. They are not signs of weakness, but signs that your heart is alive, sensitive, and aware. Allow yourself to feel fully without judgment. Allow yourself to absorb the reality that love has chosen to step into the light. This absorption is not passive. It is an act of spiritual recognition, a way of acknowledging the sacred alignment that is unfolding between you. And listen closely, my beloved, because there is more you must understand. Your soulmate's courage today is also a lesson for you. It is an invitation to meet love with equal openness, to allow your own heart to stand visible, to risk vulnerability in return. Do not shrink from what has been offered. Do not hide from what has been revealed. True love requires reciprocity, not an obligation, but a conscious choice to engage fully, to respond honestly, to embrace without fear. Your soul may be hesitating, questioning whether you are ready, whether you can accept what has been offered. I tell you now, you are ready, my child. Every moment you have spent growing, waiting, reflecting, and opening yourself to the possibility of love has prepared you for this moment. Do not underestimate the strength you carry within your heart, nor the wisdom your spirit holds about what is real and eternal. Notice also, my child, that this declaration was not just about emotion. It was about alignment. Your soulmate has revealed themselves fully because they have aligned their fear with faith, their desire with destiny, their heart with truth. And your role is not to test, doubt, or analyze excessively, but to recognize this alignment and allow it to resonate within you, to honor the courage, to honor the love, to honor the sacred timing that has brought both of you here together in this precise moment. There is something else, my child, that I want you to carry: patience. Even in the midst of such a profound revelation, patience is essential. Love is not only about declarations. It is about actions, consistency, and understanding. Your soulmate's words have opened the door, but your heart must also step through it fully conscious, fully aware, fully engaged. Patience allows the heart to process, to absorb, to adjust without fear, and to embrace the depth of what has been offered without rushing or resisting. Let me also speak about trust, my child. Trust in yourself, trust in your soulmate, trust in the divine orchestration that has brought you here. Trust that every word spoken, every glance exchanged, every emotion felt is part of a plan greater than you can yet comprehend. Trust that love, when expressed with courage and truth, carries with it a power that transcends fear, doubt, and uncertainty. And now, as you continue to process this moment, allow your heart to rest in recognition. Recognize the bravery, recognize the alignment, recognize the sacred timing, recognize the divine orchestration. This is not a fleeting moment, my child. This is a turning point, a threshold where your soul acknowledges not only the love your soulmate carries, but the love you are capable of receiving, the courage you are capable of embracing, the destiny you are ready to step into. Let the awe, the surprise, the joy, and even the trembling settle gently within you. Let it not overwhelm but awaken. Let it not confuse but illuminate. For what has been declared today is more than mere words. It is the beginning of a journey where hearts meet in truth, where love rises above fear, where courage becomes the bridge that connects two souls aligned in purpose, in passion, and in destiny. Breathe, my child. Let the reality of this love sink deep into your spirit. Allow it to resonate within every fiber of your being, for this is not the end of understanding. It is the opening of a sacred chapter where your heart will learn to meet love with readiness, with grace, and with unwavering faith. Your soulmate has spoken, and now, my child, it is time for your heart to listen. Now that you have felt the weight of what was declared, now that your heart has absorbed the courage and truth of your soulmate's words, it is time to look deeper into the layers that have led to this sacred moment. There is more than what meets the eye, more than the spoken words, more than the visible bravery. Behind every declaration lies a lifetime of unspoken emotions, subtle signs, hidden efforts, and divine guidance that have prepared both of you to recognize each other fully. You may have thought that love reveals itself quickly, that it must be instant and obvious. But the truth, my child, is that love that lasts is built quietly, patiently in the spaces where you cannot always see. Your soulmate's courage to speak openly today is the culmination of countless unseen moments. Moments when they thought of you in silence. Moments when they protected you emotionally without expectation. Moments when they wrestled with their fears, their insecurities, and their doubts, only to choose love in the end. These unseen acts are the foundation upon which today's declaration stands, strong and unshakable. Your intuition has sensed this, my child. Even if your mind has struggled to understand, you have felt in glances, in gestures, in subtle energies that someone was holding a profound care for you, and yet it remained just beyond reach. That was not misperception. That was a whisper of truth, a gentle nudge from the universe, reminding you that what is destined to be seen will reveal itself at the perfect time. Today, that whisper became a proclamation. Today, that quiet truth stepped boldly into the light, demanding recognition, not only from you, but from all who were present to witness. Now, my child, understand the depth of this moment. Your soulmate's declaration is more than an emotional outpouring. It is a spiritual alignment. There are unseen forces that have been shaping your connection, guiding your interactions, and orchestrating encounters to prepare you both for this truth. These forces are subtle, often unnoticed, yet powerful beyond comprehension. They have shaped the timing. They have nudged actions. They have created circumstances so that when the moment arrived, it could not be ignored or denied. Reflect, my child, on the signs that have been present in your life. Perhaps there were moments when your heart quickened at the thought of them, or when you noticed patterns that seemed coincidental but were in fact divine guidance. Perhaps you felt an inexplicable pull, a deep resonance, a knowing that someone in your life was carrying an unspoken truth meant only for you. These were not random experiences. They were signposts leading to this day, to this declaration, to the awakening of both your hearts. And now, as you process this revelation, my beloved, I want you to understand the courage that it took to speak. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the most powerful form of strength. Your soulmate has laid their soul bare, risking judgment, embarrassment, and even fear to speak the truth of their heart. In doing so, they have also shown you the highest form of respect, the respect of honesty, of clarity, and of trust. You may feel the urge to question, to doubt, to analyze whether this declaration is real, whether it is permanent, whether it is as profound as it appears. I tell you, my child, these doubts are natural, but they are also invitations to deepen your own connection with your heart. Listen to your inner voice. Feel the resonance. Observe the alignment between what you have always sensed and what is now openly revealed. The truth does not contradict itself. The soul does not lie. There may also be hidden layers of meaning in the words your soulmate spoke. Perhaps there are emotions unexpressed, intentions not fully articulated, confessions that will unfold gradually. Allow patience to guide you. Do not rush the understanding of all that has been revealed. Love that is meant to endure reveals itself fully over time through actions as much as through words. Trust in the unfolding process. Trust that each gesture, each shared moment, each revelation is part of a sacred unfolding designed to strengthen your bond and deepen your understanding of one another. And now consider the power of reciprocity, my child. As your soulmate has chosen vulnerability, it is your opportunity to meet them with equal courage. Open your heart fully. Allow the emotions to rise and settle naturally. Allow yourself to respond not out of fear or expectation, but out of recognition of the truth that has been spoken. This is the sacred dance of love. Courage met with courage. Honesty met with honesty. Soul met with soul. Do not allow the presence of others, the eyes of the world, or the pressures of circumstance to dilute the power of what has occurred. This declaration witnessed by many carries with it a strength that private words cannot always convey. Public acknowledgement does not diminish intimacy. It enhances it, for it confirms that love is not hidden, not tentative, not ashamed. It proclaims that love, when true, will rise visibly, courageously, and without apology. And as you absorb this, my beloved, remember that love is also a teacher. Your soulmate's courage today teaches you about vulnerability, about honesty, about the bravery required to step into your truth. It teaches you that waiting, observing, and trusting are not passive acts, but sacred practices that prepare the heart to receive love fully and wisely. Every step you have taken, every lesson you have learned, every moment of introspection has prepared you to meet this declaration with clarity, grace, and readiness. Your heart may still tremble, my child, and that is as it should be. Trembling is not fear alone. It is the recognition of something immense, sacred, and transformative. Allow yourself to feel it. Let the waves of emotion move through you without resistance. Each heartbeat is an affirmation that your soul is awake, that you are present, and that you are ready to engage with the truth that has been spoken. Now breathe deeply, my beloved. Let the power of this moment settle into every fiber of your being. Feel the courage that has been offered. Feel the honesty that has been revealed. Feel the alignment that is now undeniable. For this is not merely a declaration of love. It is the awakening of hearts in resonance, the recognition of destiny, and the opening of a sacred chapter where love rises boldly, courageously, and divinely guided. Your soulmate has spoken. And now, my child, it is time for your heart to meet that courage with your own, to recognize the depth of the truth revealed, and to step forward in alignment with the love that has always been destined for you. Now that you have begun to understand the depth of what was declared, it is time to step even further into the heart of this experience, to feel the emotions in their full intensity, and to recognize the layers of truth that your soulmate has revealed. The moment of their declaration was powerful, yes, but the journey does not end with words alone. It continues through understanding, through reflection, through the awakening of your spirit, and through the recognition of the divine forces that have guided both of you to this point. You may still feel the echoes of surprise, the flutter of your heart, the sharp intake of breath as you replay their words over and over. This is natural, my child, for love spoken so openly, so courageously, leaves a mark on the soul that cannot be erased. And in that mark there is both a question and an answer. The question is your own hesitation, your own fear of fully embracing what has been revealed. The answer is the truth that flows quietly, steadily from your own spirit, affirming that what has been declared is real, is brave, and is meant to be recognized. Your soulmate's courage today is a mirror, reflecting not only their feelings, but also your own readiness. You see, my child, love cannot exist in isolation. It is a force that calls for reciprocity, for alignment, for recognition from the heart that is prepared to receive. Their words were a gift, an offering, a bridge extended toward you, inviting you to cross it with your own courage, your own vulnerability, and your own acknowledgement of the sacred bond between you. It is understandable if you feel a surge of conflicting emotions, joy mixed with fear, excitement entwined with doubt, elation shadowed by hesitation. This is the natural interplay of the human heart when faced with a love that transcends ordinary understanding. And I tell you now, do not shy away from these emotions. Embrace them. Allow each feeling to flow through you without judgment, without resistance. In the acceptance of your own heart's response lies the clarity you seek, the alignment your spirit longs for, and the readiness to meet love in its full, unguarded form. Consider, my child, the invisible threads that have woven this moment into existence. Your soulmate's declaration did not appear from nowhere. It is the culmination of countless acts of devotion, quiet observations, inner reflections, and moments of bravery that preceded today. Each glance, each conversation, each choice to remain connected in spirit has built the foundation for this declaration. And you too have been preparing, often unknowingly, through patience, reflection, and the opening of your heart to the possibilities of divine love. There is also a deeper truth to understand. My child, your soulmate's words, while spoken publicly, carry with them a weight of intention, of meaning, and of spiritual alignment that reaches far beyond the moment. What they expressed is not fleeting. It is rooted in a connection that has been cultivated over time, guided by forces unseen but deeply felt. Every act, every hesitation, every choice to be present has been orchestrated by me so that, when the moment of declaration arrived, it could resonate fully within your soul, leaving no doubt about the authenticity of the love offered. You may find yourself reflecting on what else was implied, what emotions were hidden, what intentions were not yet fully spoken. This reflection is important, my child, for it allows you to engage with the depth of the connection, to perceive the nuances of feeling, and to prepare your heart for the full understanding that will come with time. Love in its purest form is a gradual unfolding, a revelation that occurs not all at once but in layers, each deeper and more profound than the last. Now let me speak of courage once more. My beloved, courage is not the absence of fear. It is the choice to move forward despite it. Your soulmate chose courage today, and you are being invited to do the same. Step into your own vulnerability. Allow yourself to express your feelings honestly, to acknowledge the truth that has been revealed, and to open your heart without reservation. This is the sacred dance of love, one of mutual bravery, of shared honesty, and of spiritual recognition that transcends the ordinary. Do not let the presence of others, the gaze of the world, or the echo of past fears diminish the power of what has been declared. Public acknowledgement does not weaken intimacy. It strengthens it. It affirms that love is visible, that truth is undeniable, and that courage is contagious. The energy of this moment will continue to ripple through your life, shaping your interactions, deepening your understanding, and awakening your spirit to the full capacity of love that is now being offered to you. Patience, my child, is also vital at this time. Even in the presence of such a profound declaration, the full understanding of love's depth unfolds gradually. Observe the gestures, the intentions, the unspoken connections that accompany the spoken words. Let your heart absorb each layer without rush, without expectation, without judgment. This is how enduring love is nurtured, through recognition, reflection, and the willingness to engage fully moment by moment with the sacred reality before you. Trust in the alignment, my beloved. Trust that every word, every glance, every pulse of emotion has been guided by forces greater than you can see. Trust that the love declared today is the manifestation of a divine plan, one that has been building quietly, patiently, and intentionally for the right moment. Your soul has been prepared, your heart has been opened, and now you are standing at the threshold of a profound spiritual and emotional awakening. Feel, my child, the resonance of this moment within your chest. Let it expand through your being, filling every corner with the recognition of courage, the acknowledgement of truth, and the awakening of love that has been destined for you. Your soulmate has offered their heart openly. Now allow your own heart to respond in kind, fully, freely, and without reservation. This is a sacred turning point, my child. A moment where vulnerability meets bravery, where honesty meets recognition, where hearts align in a harmony that transcends fear and doubt. And I am with you, guiding every step, every breath, every feeling, so that this declaration does not overwhelm but enlightens, does not confuse but clarifies, and does not bind but frees your spirit to embrace the love that has always been destined for you. Breathe deeply, my beloved. Let the energy settle, let the understanding grow, and let the courage of your heart match the bravery that has been offered. This is the path to true connection, to sacred alignment, and to love that is eternal, fearless, and divinely guided. Now we arrive at the moment of culmination where all that has been declared, all that has been felt, all that has been unfolding quietly within your hearts comes together in a sacred alignment. Your soulmate's words have opened a door that invites you not only to respond with your heart, but to recognize the depth, the courage, and the divine orchestration that have brought you both to this point. This is the moment of clarity, the moment where truth meets readiness, and where love is embraced fully, consciously, and with unwavering faith. You may feel a mixture of lingering surprise and a growing calm, my child. That is because your spirit is now fully attuned to the truth that has been revealed. The initial shock has softened, making room for understanding, for acknowledgement, and for the recognition of the courage it takes to declare love openly. Your soulmate has risked vulnerability, faced fear, and expressed a truth that transcends the ordinary. This is not a fleeting confession. This is the declaration of a soul ready to commit, to align, and to honor the connection that has always been sacred between you. Reflect on the journey that has led to this point, my child. Every glance, every shared moment, every unspoken bond has been a stepping stone toward this declaration. There were times of uncertainty, of longing, of quiet hope, and even moments when doubt tried to cloud the vision of your hearts. Yet, all of it was necessary. Each step, each experience, each emotion has prepared you both to meet fully in this moment of truth. You see, divine timing is rarely hurried, and love that is meant to endure is carefully cultivated in the spaces between words, in the silences, and in the patience of waiting. As you stand now in the resonance of this moment, recognize the courage that has been offered to you. Your soulmate has chosen bravery over hesitation, honesty over fear, and truth over comfort. This choice is not merely about the words spoken. It is about the heart, the soul, and the alignment of two beings whose paths have been guided carefully by divine intention. And now, my child, it is your turn to meet this courage with your own, to step forward with openness, with clarity, and with a heart ready to embrace the fullness of what has been offered. Do not allow lingering doubts to diminish the power of this moment. Do not let fear obscure the recognition of a love that is pure, brave, and guided by forces greater than yourselves. Trust, my beloved, in the alignment that has been orchestrated for you. Trust that every hesitation your soulmate faced, every moment of reflection, every inner struggle was guided by me to bring forth a declaration that could not have come sooner, yet could not have been delayed any longer. Now breathe deeply and feel the depth of connection. This love expressed openly and courageously carries with it not only emotion, but also spiritual resonance. It is a bridge between two souls, a confirmation of shared destiny, and a sacred alignment that has been unfolding quietly but powerfully for a long time. Your recognition of this truth, your willingness to meet it with an open heart, is what completes the circle of courage, honesty, and divine orchestration. Remember, my child, that love revealed in public is also an act of devotion. It demonstrates a readiness to honor truth despite external pressures, to prioritize authenticity over comfort, and to place the heart's desire above the opinions of the world. Your soulmate has shown you that love is fearless, that it rises boldly, and that it is capable of transcending hesitation, doubt, and uncertainty. This lesson is as much for you as it is for them. It invites you to recognize your own courage, to embrace vulnerability, and to respond in alignment with the truth of your heart. As the energy of this moment settles, allow yourself to reflect not only on what has been spoken, but also on what has been unspoken. There is a depth of feeling, a layer of intention, a sacred rhythm between your souls that will continue to reveal itself over time. Patience, understanding, and trust are essential. Allow each action, each gesture, and each shared experience to gradually unfold the fullness of what has been declared, so that your connection can deepen naturally, organically, and with enduring strength. Do not fear the emotions that rise within you, my beloved. Let them flow freely. Let the joy, the wonder, the relief, and even the vulnerability fill your heart completely. These emotions are the proof that your soul is awake, that your heart is aligned, and that you are ready to receive love fully. Love, when met with readiness and courage, multiplies and strengthens, creating a bond that is resilient, sacred, and enduring. Now, I want you to internalize this truth. Your soulmate's declaration is a gift, a manifestation of courage, and a reflection of divine alignment. It is a call for your heart to respond, not out of obligation or expectation, but out of recognition, honesty, and readiness. The choice to meet this love fully is yours, and in choosing it consciously, you step into a journey of mutual understanding, profound connection, and spiritual growth. And so, my child, receive this blessing. May your heart be open, receptive, and fearless. May your spirit recognize the courage that has been offered and meet it with equal strength. May your connection deepen, strengthened by honesty, patience, and divine guidance. May every word, every glance, every shared moment continue to align your souls and awaken your hearts to the fullness of what has been destined for you. Breathe, my beloved, and feel the resonance of this sacred declaration. Allow the courage, the truth, and the love that has been expressed to settle into your being. Know that you are guided, protected, and supported by forces greater than yourself. Your soulmate has spoken, and now your heart has the opportunity to respond in alignment, in clarity, and in unwavering faith. This is the culmination, my child, the threshold of understanding, the awakening of hearts, and the beginning of a journey where love is recognized, courage is honored, and destiny unfolds in its perfect timing. Stand in this moment fully. Breathe deeply and embrace the gift that has been offered. For what has been declared is not fleeting. It is eternal, sacred, and aligned with the truth of your soul. And now, as we come to the very end of this sacred message, I want you to sit quietly with yourself for just one final moment. Not to analyze, not to overthink, but simply to breathe and let everything you have heard settle deep into your heart. You have learned that your soulmate's declaration was not impulsive, but divinely timed. You have learned that their courage was born from love, not desperation. You have learned that this moment is a beginning, not an ending. And now, standing on the other side of this revelation, you are not meant to be afraid. You are meant to be ready. The words have been spoken, the truth is rising, and what has been built in secret has now been declared in light. So go forward, my child, not in fear but in faith, not in doubt but in certainty, not in hiding, but in full, radiant confidence. You are protected, you are favored, you are chosen, and I am with you always. The waiting is over, the love is declared, and the best part of your story is still ahead. Go in peace. You are never alone. And now, my child, let us walk a little further together into the light that follows the declaration. Not because the message was incomplete, but because your heart may need to see the full picture of what comes after the words have been spoken, and the truth has settled into your soul. You have learned that your soulmate declared their love publicly, courageously, and without reservation. You have learned that the timing was divinely orchestrated. But now, let me tell you about the days ahead when the declaration becomes a foundation and the love begins to be lived. In the days that follow, you will notice that the world looks different, not because anything external has changed, but because you have changed. The fog that once clouded your vision has lifted. The questions that once kept you awake have found their answers. The weight that once pressed on your chest has been lifted, not all at once, but gently, day by day. You will begin to trust yourself in ways you never have before. You will listen to your intuition without second guessing. You will recognize peace when it enters the room and chaos when it tries to follow. Your soulmate will feel this shift too. They will sense that you are no longer the same person who entered the waiting season. Your energy will be different, calmer, steadier, more grounded. And that change will draw you closer, not because you need each other to survive, but because you recognize the safety that exists between you. There may be moments when old memories surface, a doubt that whispers, "Is this real? Will it last?" When that happens, do not run from it. Do not let it pull you back into the past. Simply acknowledge it, feel it, and let it pass. You are not the person you were when those doubts were formed. You are someone new, someone stronger, someone who has learned that love does not require suffering to be real. The doubts will lose their power over time. They will become like distant echoes, reminders of where you have been, not anchors to where you are going. In this new season, you will find yourself drawn to stillness, to silence, to moments alone where you can simply breathe and be. Do not mistake this for loneliness. It is not. It is the soul settling into its new shape, learning to enjoy its own company, learning that you are enough, not because someone declared their love, but because you were created with purpose and love. This stillness is where I speak to you most clearly. Not in loud voices or dramatic signs, but in the quiet assurance that you are never alone. You will also find that your boundaries become clearer. You will no longer tolerate what once drained you. You will no longer explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You will no longer beg for what should be freely given. And this is not coldness. This is wisdom. This is the fruit of everything you have endured. This is the strength that comes from knowing your worth. Your soulmate, having declared their love openly, will also grow. They will learn that love is not just about words spoken in a moment of courage, but about actions that follow. They will learn to show up consistently, to honor the declaration with presence, to prove through daily choices that the love they proclaimed was not a fleeting emotion but a lasting commitment. There may still be moments of doubt. Old patterns may try to resurface. When that happens, do not panic. Do not assume the worst. Simply remind yourself that healing is not linear. One step back does not erase the progress that has been made. Extend grace to them and to yourself. This is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a more honest one. As you move forward together, you will discover new things about each other. Not just the passionate parts, but the beautiful, ordinary ones too. The laughter that was once rare will become more frequent. The silences that once felt heavy will feel safe. The connection that was tested in the waiting will be strengthened in the walking. This is what happens when love is rooted in truth. It grows. It deepens. It becomes something that can withstand the storms that are sure to come. And remember, my child, that the declaration was not just about them. It was about you too. You have been patient. You have been faithful. You have trusted even when the path was unclear. And now, as the new chapter begins, you are not the same person who entered the waiting season. You are wiser, stronger, more grounded. That growth was not accidental. It was preparation. And now you are ready to receive not just their words, but the fullness of what has been prepared for you. So go forward, my child, not cautiously but confidently, not fearfully but faithfully. The love has been declared. The waiting is over. The love that has been tested is now ready to be lived. And the best part of your story is still ahead. Go in peace. You are never alone.